morning and welcome back to the Half-Ass Homestead. My name is Angie and today we're working on some harvest. We have cauliflower that's ready. We'll pick some beans and peppers and hopefully get to can some more goodies to get us through the winter. But we're gonna focus on garden work first. Hasn't been done in about a week. So I haven't really paid much attention to her. We did weed last weekend, so we should be good right now. We're gonna take care of some squash vines and work on trellising some stuff, tomatoes, and I'd like you to come along and hang out with me while I do so. As you can tell, the arbor's getting pretty full. We have bush beans planted all along inside the squash. That's so we get an early crop of beans, as pole beans are just starting to produce now. Just the regular green pole beans are going. What I'm going to do is go through and retrellis anything that is hanging way off and just kind of help it along. It's something that takes me 10 minutes once a week, so unless I snack, I'm probably the worst at it. So let's go trellis some stuff. Alright, next on my trellising list, I'm going to focus on my tomatoes. Once I'm done working on trellising for these guys, I'm going to go ahead and start taking out suckers. I have a tomato plant that I apparently accidentally got topped at about like 2 feet tall. It's got some really large tomatoes on it. That's fallen off the trellis. I found some ground cherries. We got rain, so they look pretty bad, but that's okay. Fruit on the inside should be clean. I'm gonna go get some tomato tape and tape this guy up, and then we're gonna take out some suckers. So with suckers, if you don't know, tomatoes will grow branch like so, their main head, and then in the armpit here, there's a little sucker. We pick those. Next line of order, we're gonna go through and take some of the bottom leaves off yet again. I like to take basically a set of leaves off to keep airflow going, so I do this every week or so. I don't take off too many sets, just enough to provide a little more breathability. Here's something that I see a lot of people asking about. Your tomatoes look something like this. This is blossom end rot. Essentially, it comes from like lack of calcium, but if you are actively fertilizing, I would not worry as strongly about the calcium. It could be the watering schedule that you have. Thought I'd explain a little bit of blossom end rot for you. Let's move on to trellising up our cukes and pea pods. So, I made tomatoes we lost in the storm last night. Really sucks. Probably have some fried green tomatoes this weekend. Slice them up and fry them, which is fine. I love them. Looks like we have quite a few jalapenos again. We're gonna see if we might have enough this time around to make some cowboy candy. It's just gonna be plain green this year. We're not gonna have really pretty stuff like last year because I am not about to go buy sweet peppers of different colors to make this happen. So I'm gonna go through, pick some jalapenos, and we'll watch that batch stack up in the basket. So what I am doing now, some of our broccoli was harvested a while ago. It started to flower when it was really hot and it bolted. So, well, that's really not any good. But broccoli, if left, will send out side shoots, which we were waiting for the seeds that I started to mature. So it was fine to leave this in the garden. We are now going to harvest the broccoli that we can, and we're going to pull up all the plants and plant our second succession today or tomorrow, so we get more broccoli. All right, another thing that we are going to harvest today is cauliflower. The brand that I grew, which is Calabrese, I'm not sure, doesn't really cover itself up really well, so I covered the heads to prevent discoloration or premature bolting. Well, it looks like we got some really nice heads of cauliflower. I've got several of these, like 6, I think, 5 or 6. I'm gonna pick these, and I think we're almost done harvesting. We are also harvesting our last couple tiny heads of cabbage, because we are planting out the new batch. Unfortunately, this one's split wide open, so we're not going to get much off it, but we'll clean it up and get what we can. Looks like we got some lettuce to do something with. A little purslane growing in there. Yeah. Much better than the Mizuna. Before I forget, we have a zucchini problem to handle, which isn't really much of a problem at all, is it? Well, now we sort it, clean it, figure out what we got, and figure out what we're gonna do with it. I figured I'd show you guys a day in the life of preserving food, because you can have plans all you want, but whatever you get is what you got, and that's what you gotta work with.